company I was applying for asked me to redesign their website as a design challenge.
I'm a product designer and I applied for this company. I had the first chat with the recruiter and she was walking me through the hiring process. She causally mentioned I'd had to redesign their whole landing page, just a one-week project so they get a better impression of my skills. I said absolutely not. I'm happy to do a hypothetical design challenge of a few hours max, but I'm not working for free. I'm also glad to share how much I charge by the hour and they pay me for the work, otherwise we end the hiring process here because this is a huge red flag. Needless to say they didn't want to pay and we finished the hiring process there. I'm experienced enough to say no and see the bullshit. However, there's a lot of young designers who will think this is normal in our industry. It's not and it shouldn't be. Don't work for free.
Yeah, that sounds like a scam to get a designer to do their work for free and never hire them. Imagine going to a contractor like I need you to renovate my entire kitchen with a $0 hourly rate before I decide if I want you to work on the rest of the house.
Good job standing up for yourself. I hope every candidate they interview has the same fortitude as you.
Please write a review of the interview on their Indeed or Glassdoor page. Warn others away from this scam.
Sure, I'll redesign your landing page for free. I dare you to give me the credentials to your domain manager. Once I'm done redesigning, hopefully I get the job because your A's and C names are pointing to your competitor. I'll charge $500 to fix your records though if you don't want to hire me. Ugh. So many slimy businesses out there. The main part of my teaching load is front-end web development. About 20 years ago our friendly neighborhood Federal Depository Institution, aka a big bank, asked me if I would have my students develop a website for them as a class project. No pay. Lots of exposure. Wink wink, nudge nudge backslash. First time as a faculty member I ever laughed out loud and told an upstanding member of the public to get out of my office. Not the last, though. Still chuckle about that one.
I had an interviewer ask me to put together an in-depth analysis of a market the company was looking to enter. I gave a brief, 5-slide PPT discussing trends and possible entry strategies. I have been doing this long enough to know how to give summaries and general conclusions without details that would normally cost a company a fortune to get. The attendees really enjoyed the presentation, liked the results and asked great follow-up questions that I answered well. At the end of the interview, they asked me for the presentation as well as my supporting data including all spreadsheets. I refused. The interviewers actually got testy with me saying they couldn't properly assess my qualifications without having a copy of all my work.
They got very testy when I said they could have it for the cost of the 10 hours I invested $3,000. They really refused, so I deleted the PowerPoint in front of them. I had a backup, of course. Didn't get the job. Don't think there actually was a job. A lot of these companies want top-notch talent to do a specific thing for them, but they don't want to pay consultant prices. Trust me, $3,000 was a bargain. Yikes. They really are shameless in how regularly they fish for unpaid labor. Good job standing up for yourself. Keep up the good work. Please leave a review on Glassdoor. Good for you for recognizing a huge red flag and saying no to it. Shame on them for asking you to do free work. For what it's worth, doing well on an unpaid design challenge is what got me the first job I ever had that actually paid well. Irked me at first, but quite literally the best decision I've ever made. That said, it shouldn't take more than a day. And it should clearly be for something hypothetical and not practical like the company's actual website. I've seen this a million times over at this point. Often I see posts about people being asked to fix bugs as a test and the company will push the person's code to their production server even if the person was not hired. One programmer had written his code to self-destruct in 78 hours. And the company that didn't hire him asked what happened. Why did Hyfix stop working on their production server? Like seriously, WTF? Yep, don't even. Refer them to your portfolio. This are the sites I've worked with. Here's the before and after. Here's other works I've done. As part of a communications and marketing application process, a company recently asked me to create a communications plan and sample marketing materials. But they gave me a hypothetical scenario to plan for. They gave me 90 minutes and it was intense. I'm happy to do this kind of skills test, because I know they genuinely want to see how I plan, and it's not about potentially getting free work from me. It's a red flag to produce this kind of work for existing products during an application process. And unethical companies will absolutely steal your work without hiring you. When I was in art school, we were often told it was a good idea to take on free or low-paying projects just to get our names out and add to our portfolio. I had seen from an earlier post where a programmer wrote massive piece of code and added a failsafe. That shut down after a week. Said company did not hire him and kept the code. Much to his joy, they called him back about a week later, complaining. How long did it take you to catch your breath after you stopped rolling on the floor laughing? I would have agreed and used that one bad website creator, Wix I think, and turned it in, clip art and all. But you'll get exposure. If that is not the biggest red flag, who the hell thinks this is a good idea? Starting out, I would do tests for almost all of the jobs I applied for, but typically they would be small. A flyer. A social media posts. I hated it, but as a newbie, desperate for a job, I understood it. Never ever work for free. Learned from the unpaid externship that was supposed to give us valuable experience in the dental field. Then no one hires you because you don't have experience. Fuck you. Pay us.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.